and welcome to the News432Channel. Now this is the season finale of the season 2 has come to close. What a great fun of episode for this season too. We had some lot of fun with unboxing and the royal wedding. We're talking about Donald Trump's on new election. From over the years, we have enjoyed of this excellence. So this has to come down to the final season. No, this is season finale. It's not the final season for this as the final series. So this is a season finale of the News432Channel season 2. So next year will be on season 3. Will be a new future, new attitude, and new improvements are coming home to bring you more of new English sense to understand that this is our future. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to News432Channel Season 2 finale with Kwabena Agyemang as anchorman and founder. And we're getting to next week for the exam. And also, everybody else are waiting for 15 years for this. The Incredibles 2. Everyone else are exciting and enjoyable and say, oh, The Incredibles 2 is big. Oh my goodness. Eee! Everyone else enjoyable, going crazy. Everyone else to buy the tickets, to pre-order the tickets to see The Incredibles 2. This family, kids, movie has returned. The Incredibles 2 is back. Everyone else surprised and excited for this to see the movie theaters in Cineplex, AMC, Dolby Atmos, and also 3D, but not in IMAX. But what if IMAX? So, thank you for watching this episode. For entire season 2, what has been journey from September to June. Yeah, from September 2017 to June 2018. It has a lot of fun for you guys. One day I'll be in the YouTube star for the season 3. If this will be a badass, this campaign as we launch after the teaser of the News432Channel season 3, you will realize that this will blow your mind as I upload this video for the new teaser trailer of the season 3. It's called Fight for Freedom campaign. For what they seen in net neutrality, gun controlling, the Canadian terrorists, as we are about to speak on the Canadian terrorists, on the trade war with Donald Trump and Justin Trudeau and all North American free trades, USA, Mexico, China, Donald Trump slaps to the country is China and Canada to put 25% on the terrorists to build an automobile for this. Now Donald Trump he wants to make that tariff 25% on one of these automobiles in General Motors, Chrysler, FIA, like 5 Chrysler automobiles, and Ford Motor Company, and every automobile divisions, the Lincoln Motor Company, Kia, Lexus, Acura, Toyota, Honda, and also the biggest one, Genesis, and Hyundai. So you better watch out, Canada. You better watch out because they're about to hurt. They're about to hurt these Canadian tourists and also the dairy farmers in Canada. Oh, Donald Trump will not. Remember last time in why Donald Trump is a disgrace with that dairy farmers in Canada. How is disgrace? How? And now here we are. And now they're going to take on the terrorists. They want to charge you. They want to build up to win more terrorists, more steals to pay for 25% for this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me for this? So as we're about to speak, as I turn to on the tablet right now, and see the Freeland says tariffs on steel, aluminum president represents U.S. putting its thumb on the scale. Says here, Foreign Affairs Minister Chrysler Freeland ventured Wednesday onto Donald Trump's home turf, denouncing his absurd tariffs and forcefully arguing for preservation of the world's rules-based order with or without United States. Freeland retaliated Canada's strong opposition to America's President steel and aluminum tariffs after a meeting with the influential U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee in Washington on Capitol Hill. She was the first Canadian politician to set foot in America Capitol after Trump and two of his top economic advisors launched an unprecedented personal attack on Prime Minister Justin Trudeau for criticizing the terrorists at the weekend G7 summit in Quebec. The minister stated about the fray, those who attacked, but she did not hesitate repeat Canada's opposition to the terrorists in the bluntest terms. In the proctor, they use the Section 232 of U.S. trade law to justify the action of national security grounds. Later Wednesday evening, during a major foreign policy, Canada's top diplomat wanted her focus with sweeping defense of something Trump has little time, the international rules-based system that U.S. led in the creating after the Second World War. She told a crowd of diplomats, academics, and politicians blocked from the White House, and she realized that some Americans no longer think that world order is of any benefit to them, even though they helped create it and they wrote the biggest checks to support it. We see most plenty in the United States administration tariffs on Canada steels and aluminum, Freeland said in her apparent speech from winning the Foreign Policy Journal Diplomatic of the Year award. They are naked of the United States, putting its thumb on the scale in a violation of their very rules it helped to write. Yikes. This is going to be bloody bad. This is going to be bloody bad, Canada. Donald Trump will take that tariffs and take that aluminum materials, and they're gonna put a charge for 25% on these steels and aluminums. What they need to build this car to build something else. Donald Trump they want to take that money. They want to take your money and pay for this 25% to build this steel, and also the wall. Yeah, the wall. I forgot about that in my head. The wall. Freeland argued that United Nations, the World Bank, and the World Trade Organization, and the other global institutions created in 1945 were never perfect. But she said those intuitions remain the guardians of liberal democratic values at the time when populism and authoritarianism is on the march in Russia, China, Venezuela, and elsewhere. We will be strongest with America in our ranks, and indeed the lead, she said. But whatever this great country choice will turn out to be, let be clear that Canada knows where it stands. Freeland gave the thinly veiled thumping to Trump's America First foreign policy. You may feel today that your size allowed you to go bango and mango with your traditional adversaries and guarantee to win. But if history tells one thing, it is that no one nation's preeminence is eternal. Freeland never mentioned Trump by name, but she evoked the great Republicans who became before him, from Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address to Ronald Reagan's 1989 City on the Hill farewell speech, where he envisioned a country built on rock stronger than always, windswept. God bless, and teeming with the people of all kinds living in harmony and peace. She won applause, but she preserving Lincoln's vision, meaning fight back against those who try hijack democracy. Democracy, facts matter, truth matters, competence and honesty among the elected leaders in our public service matter. The speech followed the closed doors Saturday Foreign Relations meeting. The same authoritarian threats were discussed. So too were the current U.S. metals tariffs on Canada, Mexico, Europe, and Japan. Yeah, they're both on target. 4 people on target for this U.S. metals tariffs they need from Canada, Mexico, Europe, and Japan to build a wall and to make more automobiles. The session 282 action, which is, let me remind people, a national security consideration, is frankly absurd. Freeland said on Capitol Hill after the meeting that action is also legal under the WTO and NAFTA, which is North American Free Trade Rules. The major of United States senators agreed with that view, said the committee Republican chair, Senator Bob Cork. I do think it's an abuse of presidential authority to use a 232 waiver, and I tried to pass a piece of legalization on the floor to counter that. Corker said after the meeting with Freeland, he said he is trying to gather support for legalization that will give U.S. Congress, not the President, the authority to impose tariffs under the National Security Clause of the U.S. trade law. Corker isn't seeking re-election in this fall. U.S. midterms elections has railed against his fellow senators who had to the polls worry about their electoral success for not setting up publicly. Corker said there was no question damaged relations with Canada, but he hoped cooler heads will prevail. Canada is not the country. We had the trade issues, he said. Canada and its allies plan to impose retaliatory duties by the end of the month on the broad range of consumer. Trudeau's government had proposed $16.6 billion tariff package and relation for the Trump administration to decision to impose 25% import duties on the steel and 10% on aluminum. Wowee. Wowee. Great job, Donald. Great job. you put a charge for 25% on the steel and 10% for aluminum that employers need to make more expensive. Jeez. Donald Trump, what is going on? Freeland said Canada was responding in a sorrow rather than anger by the government would respond dollar for dollar to U.S. tariffs. Finance Minister Bill Warno was in Washington to join Freeland for her award ceremony. Earlier, the Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodale told the Fox News business show Verity that despite the dispute over the tariffs, Canada still wants to make a deal to resolve the renegotiation of the North American Free Trade Agreement. On Thursday, Freeland is expected to beat U.S. Trade Cesar Robert Lighthizer is an effort to keep the NAFTA renegotiation on the rails. So it was supported by courtesy on Global News. It was supported by the Canadian Press on June 13, 2018. So this is trouble. This is trouble, and it is big threat. This is a big threat for what Donald threats to Canada, and now Donald Trump punished the Canadian people to suffer for making this tariff to build up more aluminum for 10% and 25% for aluminum. This is insulting, and I'm guessing it's looked like a scam. It's almost like a scam. They're gonna take that money, and they're gonna take that aluminum and give you the money, expensive money. It's called a rip-off, and this is madness. Rip-off and madness. And now many Republicans slam to the Donald Trump's anti-Canada trade on mental tariffs. Yeah, that is wrong. With this 25% for aluminum and 10% for what was that? 20% for aluminum and 10 for steel. Yeah, thanks. The steel. 10% for steel. Alright, so that's huge news on Donald Trump versus Canada. Want to put a charge for 25 for aluminum and 10 for steel. Aluminum steel. Yeah, aluminum steel. So that's the Donald Trump. Now it's time for next is a bullet marks on the fence in Children's Hospital sign of the time. So there was a shootout in Scarborough on Thursday. And now here it is. A sign on the east wall on the tiny playground warns, no running, pushing, or shoving. It doesn't say no shooting. And who would heed it anyway when the city has reached an urban boiling point where reckless gunfire is sprayed at a local neighborhood sanctuary crowded with youngsters in broad daylight? 10 bullet holes in a black marker pierce the wooden fence that rings the backside of the Parkett Alton Tower circle in far-flung Scarborough, sinking with the pencil in the holes. And it's clear the bullet's trajectory was downward and shooter probably standing on a berm at the edge of adjoining parking lot, able to see over the fence at his target, adult or adolescent, who has in the playground along with the 11 kids about 5 p.m. Thursday night. Too cowardly to come closer, presumably, and aim at the person he clearly intended to kill. Instead, wantonly putting the lives of all those little ones at risk. Who put that word wantonly? That doesn't make sense with that word in English. Wantonly, what's that? Then jumped into the vehicle and peeled away. Two girls, sisters aged 5 and 9, were struck, recovering as sick kids from their wounds. The younger shot in abundant, critically injured. The older shot in the ankle. They're going to be okay. In the condition stable after each undergone surgery. Jada Hussey was on site. The only playground appearances on site when shooting erupted, too young to understand what was happening. So it was supported by courtesy on Toronto Star, Rosie Damaka from Star Columnist. Good job on the journal, right, from where you found it, and you write it down and post it on the Toronto Star by publishing. So good job with that. It's on June 15, 2018. So I gotta take a break on drinking. So that was a good one. So I think that's it. That's the news update, ladies and gentlemen. So I got my Gold Peak tea that I can drink. I have some Gold Peak tea, very, very cold iced tea, natural lemon tea. And it's good. So, start for sports update, ladies and gentlemen. Sports update regarding the Marlies and the FIFA World Cup Russia was on yesterday for the opening soccer day, beginning the league, beginning the match with Russia versus Saudi Arabia. And now Russia won 5-0 in the first opening soccer day for FIFA World Cup Russia 2018. What a spectacular fashion and what a start for Russia for the win for opening day. For opening FIFA soccer day. So let's see here on Friday for tonight. They score a goal 1-0 they're versing Spain versus Spain versus Portugal. Yeah, Spain versus Portugal. They win 1-0 in tonight's game for 15 minutes of injury time. So this was what Steve Douglas from the Associated Press. So he wrote it. In St. Petersburg, Russia, Asia Bogdasa headed in the hands of face of burying in the turf was probably unaware of opposing players and coaches swarming all around him in jubilation. Some teams tried to console him, but it did little good. In the second dramatic finish in the World Cup match Friday, which is tonight, was gifted for a 1-0 win over Morocco in a Group B because Blood Haddock's own goal in the 5th minute of injury time only on the field has a 77 minutes substitute. The Morocco striker dubbed an in-swing free kick from left and glanced the ball past his own goalkeeper inside near post. Will crucify Morocco coach Kwabena said it was the second win in 30 matches at the World Cup and Asia's first since the 2010 tournament in South Africa, showing just how much it meant. Iran's players threw coach Carlos Quayle into the air after the final whistle. They hugged and danced, savoring the best moments of the careers. Back in Iran, locals poured in the streets in celebration, considering Spain and Portugal are the other teams in the Group B. In the match of St. Berg was regarded must-win game for two outsiders. The results already left Morocco struggling to stay alive in its first World Cup 20 years. Renard said his team fell into the trap set by Iran, which he said by relied on the defensive strength and carried to the Team Asia qualifying by conceding only 2 goals in 10 games. Morocco started when, but then faded. Our plans from the first minute was to create the mental class in Moroccan players. Quayle said, creating frustration and blocking all the playmakers who can create something. It was reported by Steve Douglas from the Associated Press on Friday, June 15, 2018. Spain and Portugal, I guess Iran win 1-0 over Morocco. So, Iran versus Morocco win for this team. And also Spain, Portugal. I'm guessing. So, next sports update is Guinness, Algeria versus Egypt. Guinness scores for 1-0 in Group A. And now, Algerians win. So, Algerians, Jose Guinness score a goal. And now, supported by Carol, she wrote it in Yekaterinburg, Russia, in a team that boasts one of the World Cup most potent attacks. 2 defenders combined to give Argentina a late 1-0 victory over Egypt on Friday. Argentina captain Diego Gondin and teammate Jose Guinness, who will anchor the backline, Atletico Madrid as well. The national team traditionally solid defense did their job of their own goalkeeper, and then combined for the winning streak at 89 minutes. Gordon, who made his 117 international appearance, set a free kick from the right into the area. Gibbons jumped and got his head to the ball, directing into the net and giving Argentina its first opening match victory at the World Cup in 48 years. Sometimes the ball will go back of the net, sometimes it won't. The Uruguayan coach, Oscar Tavares, said, I'm very proud of the team and the attitude they play with throughout the match. Uruguay now has 3 points in the Group A, but still trails on Russia on the goal difference after host nation 5-0 victory over Saudi Arabia on Thursday. What I told you. Russia win on the victory for opening day on Thursday. still spectacular fashion for Russia. Egypt for Mohamed Salah was on the bench for his country's first World Cup match since 1990 as an injury his shoulder while playing for Liverpool in the last month Champions League final. Salah was a Premier League player of the season after scoring leading 32 goals and 44 in all competitions. He left the Champions League final in tears on May 26 after injured during the collision with Real Madrid defender Sergio Ramos. He didn't play today, but we didn't want to have any risk or danger, Egypt coach Hector Cooper said, but I think he'll be okay for the next match. Uruguayan strikers Luis Suarez and Edison Cavani, the pair who make that potential offense, missed their chance at the Yekaterinburg Arena. Suarez failed to beat Egypt goalkeeper Mohamed El Shanawi in two one-on-one situations, and Cavani hit the post a free kick 2 minutes from the end. It was scored by Kara Janik from the Associated Press on Friday, June 15, 2018. Last but not least, the Toronto Maple Leafs have won the Calder Cup. I have never seen that. The Toronto Maple Leafs from NK Center, they did it. Everyone else did it. Marlins fans from this Maple Leafs, they did it for a 4-1 win over against Texas. So, let me read to you. Joy, elation, smiles, hugs, laughter, and bonding. Families and friends on the ice, a moment to savor, and a moment to remember. That's Kevin McGrath, this sports reporter on Toronto Star. You gotta like this guy. Let me read that to you. A party about to happen. This is what winning feels like and look like when a team that wears a blue and white with a maple leaf on their chest and raise a champion trophy to the Raptors. It was the Toronto Marlies who claimed the Calder Cup in a 6-1 win over the Texas Stars in Game 7 of the American Hockey League Final at Rich Coliseum. That is Rich Coliseum, not NK Center. That is Rich Coliseum in a 6-1 win. Toronto Maple Leafs win the first Calder Cup I have ever seen like this. This is a huge reward for this. Everyone feels good. Everyone else feeling excited. This is Stanley Cup. Washington Capitals win the Stanley Cup champion. So I just watched on Sportsnet and NBC Sports Network and NBC for the Washington Capitals and Golden Knights. So Washington Capitals eliminates Golden State Vegas Knights, and they take the first time as the Stanley Cup champions. Alex Ovechkin is so happy after failing torture of years in Washington Capitals turned to a legacy of failure in a torture. And now the sports in tortures is finally over. Now the Stanley Cup champions goes to, for the 2018 Stanley Cup champions, Washington Capitals have done the first time to claim this. From getting out the jam from that torture. By eliminating Boston Bruins, by eliminating these too many Pittsburgh Penguins. And now it's finally over. The Washington Capitals franchise torturing is over. It's no more. So, It is unbelievable. A special playoff for us to be able to finish like it's a Game 7, a great feeling. Thursday night in Toronto, who knows what we are going to get out. What a night, we're going to have fun. We're going to celebrate this. It's going to be a good time. One day, if winning is infectious in the organization that promotes from with it, it could be that other team that plays in that other building hoisting that other cup. It is the city's first hockey championship in over 50 years. And this core group is going to do it again at another level. Said the goalie, Gary Sparks, this is a start of something special. It's the first Calder Cup of the franchise and first professional men hockey trophy of any kind presented to a Toronto team since Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup in 1967. The Marlies also the first Leaf farm to win championship since the New Brunswick Hawks, shared by the Chicago Blackhawks, went all the way in 1982. The Marlies will celebrate with the fans on Saturday, 1 p.m. outside Which Coliseum. The Maple Leaf Sports entertained Palace workers, including co-owner Larry Tenbaum and Leafs coach Mike Babcock, were on hand to see the new Leafs. Connor Douglas put together, Sheldon Cave, coach, and Smith, captain, dominate a Game 7 with that kind of speed and skill and possession hockey that wins these days. I was feeling great about this team. No matter how the game went, said carefully, in my mind, they have been champions all year. The efforts our team put forward, how they interacted with one another, our leadership, and how our young players grew, all the accomplishments we made to get here. This has been championship goal all season to get the final reward, putting on the icing on the cake. Yeah, boy, yeah. Icing on the cake. Yeah. So, I have never been the part of the group that's been more deserving.